Hello dear students, this is your English teacher Kaisar Bashir. Dear students, in the previous video, I did the reading of the poem The Listeners written by Walter de la Mare. In this video, I'm going to talk about the poem in detail. Let's get started. About the author. Dear students, Walter de la Mare is a famous English poet, short story writer, and novelist who was born in 1873 and died in 1956. Having started a literary career at the age of 22, he continued to publish till the end of his life. His writings have an eerie, fantastic quality which serves as a means of entry into a world of deeper reality. The students, his poem, The Listeners, published in 1912, was ranked as the second most popular poem in English after Rudyard Kipling's poem, If. Introduction about the poem. Dear students, the poem, The Listeners, is a narrative poem centering on a traveler's encounter with the supernatural. It was first published in London in 1912. Summary of the poem. The students, the poem commences with the speaker's knocking on the moonlit door, asking, "Is anybody there?" His horse is chomping the grasses of the forest. Everywhere around is silence. The traveler is expecting to be greeted by someone, but no one comes to welcome him. Rather, a bird, getting disturbed by his incessant tapping on the door, flies up of the turret above his head. He smites the door of the house again and cries out loud, "Is there anybody there?" But no one answers his calls. The narrative moves inside the house, where a certain presence resides. There are phantoms within the empty building. They listen well to the traveler, and the traveler can, to some extent, sense them there. He calls out a number of strange phrases that add to the mystery of the poem. Again, he bangs at the door, his last attempt to persuade the inmates of the house to respond. But when he gets no reply, he lifts his head and says, "Tell them I came," and no one answered. "That I kept my word." Dear students, "that I kept my word" gives us an idea that the traveler has come there to fulfill a promise that he might have made sometime in the past. But upon getting the only answer, that is, silence and stillness, the traveler leaves. Themes of the poem. Number 1. Supernatural eavesdropping. Dear students, when we are alone in a house, many of us sometimes sense that a ghostly presence is observing us. Such moments tend to occur when the sun is down, the moon is up, and a strange stillness surrounds us. In the poem, The Listeners, the man identified as the traveler senses that otherworldly beings are eavesdropping on him, and he responds to them. They don't respond to him, however. They are only to listen. Number 2. Mystery. Dear students, the poem is a metaphor for the mysteries we ourselves encounter as listeners or as callers tapping on a door. When we go through life asking why and then seek answers, but we do not always get them, whether we are looking for them in religion, science, social interaction, or in ourselves. Number 3. An attempt to get answers from the other world. Dear students, a man, here the traveler, in his life is being struck by many questions about his life and existence. And these questions enhance his curiosity to know. Sometimes he gets the answers, but often he doesn't. And the questions he doesn't get the response for compels him to think and reason. Nay, he fails. This failure of knowing that he doesn't know makes him question his existence. He tries many ways to get the answer, reads books, sits alone, talks to himself, imagines he is conversing with supernatural beings like jinns and phantoms, but fails. Finally, like the traveler, the man leaves the world with many questions unanswered. Point of view. Dear students, the narrator presents the story in third person point of view, describing what is taking place outside the house and what is taking place inside the house. Form and meter. Dear students, the poem has no consistent meter, though certain parts follow particular metrical patterns, and the poem is composed of quartets following an ABCB rhyme scheme. Metaphor. Dear students, the example of metaphor in the poem is voice from the world of man. Alliteration. Dear students, the examples of alliteration in the poem are: number 1, Forest's ferny flow. Number 2, silence surged softly. Imagery. What is imagery? Descriptive language used in a poem to communicate ideas and feelings effectively is called imagery. Following are the examples of images used in the poem. Number 1, moonlit door. Number 2, ferny flow. Number 3, a bird. 4, horse. 5, leaf-fringed sill. Number 6, grey eyes of the traveler. Number 7, house. Number 8, dark stare. Number 9, dark tub. Number 10, sound of iron on stone. Onomatopoeia. What is onomatopoeia? Dear students, words which include sounds that are similar to the noises that the words refer to is called onomatopoeia. For example, clatter, hiss, buzz. The examples of onomatopoeia in the poem are chomped, echoing, cropping, plunging. Tone of the poem. Dear students, the tone of the poem is serious. Setting. What is setting? Dear students, setting tells the readers about the place where the actions begin and time when the action begins. So, the action in the poem, the listeners, takes place near a lone house in a wood at night. Dear students, this was all about the poem. If you have any doubts, any queries, feel free to call me on my phone number 9596340913. I'll meet you with another video very soon. Till then, stay blessed. Khuda Hafiz.